You know what I'm saying?
Finally.
But
what's going on? What's going on with the midget porn star?
So she was evidently upset with her boyfriend, and she stabbed him. And the young guy's name is Jesse James, which I think might be a fellow porn star.
That's all I was going to say.
It hasn't been disclosed yet exactly who he was.
So hold on. Let me get this straight, right?
Yes, sir.
Being that she's a midget, she couldn't have stabbed too high, right?
She could have got him in the nuts. So I'm glad it was.
So I believe that she stabbed him in the leg, right?
She stabbed him in the leg.
So I assume when they were arguing over little shit.
Something slight, something small.
Small thing to a giant.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
she got a little fuse. Fuse.
Hey,
she got a short fuse too, right?
She tried to chop off his beanstalk. Hey, look, hey, PJ. Can I ask you a question, PJ? Do we actually have that sound bite that I emailed you, right? I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. Yeah, I emailed it for tonight's show. You can start at 5 seconds past or 30 seconds past, so you can actually hear exactly what she said. But until then, yes, she did that.
Okay.
Yes, she did that. If we ever get a chance to hit a sound bite, right? Okay. All right, cool. Turn it up a little bit so everybody at home can see it. Now, because this is other people's crazy network.
Yo, she broke her own window, B. Oh. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the price, slut? What was she drinking?
Oh, shit.
You know, alcohol had to be involved in that. You know.
Everybody at home gotta get this. Okay, go to the website.
You might not be able to hear on through our Facebook Live, so just go to the website. You know what I mean? Go to listenvision.com, WLVSradio.com. You can hear, you can watch us. I'm saying I'm listening to be okay. So we're live on Facebook. Okay, so I can hear that.
She kirking.
Is she still talking? That's it? All right.
So, with that being said, if you guys could not hear it at home, okay, in FB land, everywhere else that is listening, she said, "I hate you, Jesse James," multiple times. There are black people recording this. I don't know exactly where she was when this was happening.
I think Vegas.
She was in Vegas.
It was Vegas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They talk like they're from New York. Okay. The actual lingo doesn't sound like anybody from the
She
West
might
Side.
be. They might be from.
But they were in Vegas.
But that was in Vegas though.
Correct. But evidently she has a long history, which is, I thought it was be a short history, but she has a long history. She has
She's
a very
tall
long
on the
history.
inside.
Exactly. She has a very long history of this, and they say that this is not the first time that she has actually kirked out like this. So, some of the things that she said that caught my attention was, "Your asshole is big." And that, Jesse, you probably shit yourself. I'm wondering what kind of play or fetishes that they have within their household, bro. And what do porn stars argue about? Because you're always cheating on each other. Is there a faithful relationship in being a
No, you're not cheating.
Well, it's not cheating.
I mean, that's
because
the job.
That's the occupation.
Yeah, that's the
comes with the territory. You know what you're getting when you come.
So how do you argue when your job every day is sex?
I'm pretty sure they probably weren't arguing about anything sex related. There's no way they could be arguing about anything sex related.
It's stressful.
So what do you argue about as a porn star? You don't come home exhausted, tired of fucking?
I mean, but they're not shooting movies every day.
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure what they were arguing about wasn't over sex.
Correct.
Right.
It might be.
For research purposes.
Bridget the midget,
for research purposes.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, they're strong.
Bro.
Little people are strong.
They're very centered. Okay.
Yeah.
Very centered.
Low center of gravity.
Low center of gravity. They're very strong. When they pivot their hips, bro, it's like a shotgun going off. You hear me? A snub nose, okay? Bigger bang for your buck. You dig what I'm saying?
Well, so it was reported that she was ordered to stay away from him.
Yeah.
Correct.
But that sounded like that one drama for relationship. They be fighting on Monday. They be bet the fuck on
that's
Tuesday.
What I'm saying. Yeah.
When you talk about your man's asshole, in the middle of an argument, I think you're a little lit. That might have been a little meth induced, or you know what I'm saying, something happened.
Yeah, because that wasn't no Ciroc.
All the business.
I don't even know what the fuck she was talking about. Like, she was random as hell, but the black folk in the background was like, ooh, oh, this happened again?
Again?
All fucking day like a little chihuahua. No pun intended. But yeah, she went off in that joint, and so I guess that out of frustration, because I live with a midget, and so out of frustration, instead of like fighting you, you know what I'm saying, face first, you gotta stab a nigga in the knee or kick him in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. You did? How would you feel about that?
Man, stop sweating small shit, man. How about that?
Let it go.
But I love her poems, man. She really gives her best effort, and she makes. I hate to say it, but prior to my relationship, I would love to meet her and make my penis feel like it's the Empire State Building. You ever seen little hands around you, Johnson? Makes you feel very important in life, ma'am. I know. I don't have too many midgets in my social circle, so I think you should try that one day.
I don't have too many midgets in my social circle.
I have yet to really experience a cute little person.
Yeah, like I said, man.
So forgive me for saying midget, but yeah,
I just don't run in the circles with a lot of midgets. I don't know.
You don't? Why not, bro?
It's not my choice.
Make you feel like you're a new bone, like you 7'7". Why wouldn't you do that to yourself?
No, I tower over average size women already.
Okay. All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Come climb Breezy's tree,
I'm
people.
Just above average height.
No, average height is about what, 5? It's about 5'11".
5'10". I'm 5'11".
Yeah. So you're straight. You're straight. Yeah. When you think of Amish, I know when I think of Amish,
right?
I think of motherfuckers like milking cows. You know what I'm saying?
Making butter,
churning butter. You know, some John Boy shit, right? But if you know anything about the Amish, they actually had a show on, I think it was a Bravo, about like a little mafia, like them niggas.
Yeah.
Them niggas it's on some shit. Yeah, Amish mafia.
Not the market, the mafia.
Yeah, the mafia. So they'll look. They'll get rid of you. They ain't gonna find a body. Right. And I remember this movie in the early '90s called "A Stranger Among Us" about killing that happened in the Amish community. So shit ain't sweet.
No, it's not.
in Amish land, now, as the case was in Ohio, where police gave chase. Gave chase to 2 Amish men drinking and driving a horse-drawn buggy, and when it got pulled over, them niggas hit the fence.
They hopped out.
We got a video of that.
A sheriff's deputy is on patrol in North Bloomfield in the heart of Trumbull County's Amish country.
Yo, them niggas is drinking and driving with an Amish.
2 Amish men drinking spiked iced tea.
How you get a car
on
to a horse
top
in
of
the
the buggy is a 12-pack of beer. He also spots something.
They got stereo too.
He got the Walmart specials in there.
Right.
He got the spokes and everything.
Younger members of the Amish community often experiment with influences from the outside world, but authorities in Trumbull County say they have a duty to enforce the law in Amish country the same way they do in the rest of the county.
Unfortunately, they're not licensed, you know, as far as the buggy.
The niggas had 312s in the back of a buggy.
It's on the roadway, and the OVI laws do apply. You're not allowed to drink and drive or operate a buggy.
When the deputy attempted to stop and question the 2 men in the buggy about drinking and driving, they jumped out and ran, disappearing into a heavily wooded area on the side of the road. The horse pulling the buggy took off running, and the deputy gave chase, eventually catching up with it a short distance away.
I've never operated an Amish buggy with a horse, but I'm told that the horse will know the way home, regardless if the operator is awake or even in the buggy. And that horse, I think, just went a little further down the road and on an oil gas well road and stopped.
No one has come forward to claim the horse, so the sheriff's office has turned the animal over to a local farmer until the owner can be identified. And once authorities find out who the wayward members of the Amish community are, they could be charged with failure to comply when the deputy ordered them to stop.
All right, let's come on.
All right, we bet. So, do you know how backwoods you gotta be drinking 12-pack of Michelob Ultra? Already?
You gotta understand.
Already.
Where I play pool at, there are Amish and Mennonites everywhere, right? They get lit, bro.
I mean, dude.
And it's usually off of just coffee.
Because they can't drink coffee.
Michelob Ultra is probably.
Yeah, because they can't drink coffee.
Correct.
Like Mormons, not supposed to drink coffee. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, they would be fried. So for those that watch on Facebook that did not watch it on WLVS's Facebook, These niggas had a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra.
On top of the buggy.
It had 3 12s.
I wonder what they were listening
to. They did Walmart
to.
specials.
I want
the
that.
duels is that's your first step to manhood when you want to.
Do you remember when you had your first car? You put the house speakers in the back of the truck.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what these cats did.
I've done that.
I wonder what they were listening
now,
to.
I wonder.
What do you think they were listening to? What do you think they were listening to, Bree?
I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road.
Could it be, right?
Ride till I can't.
I'm just wondering now what would be the harm in drinking and driving with a horse drawn? The horse was where to go. Like what would the harm?
Well, there is, and that's what the police are trying to say. But I think that they're just trying to infiltrate and expose the harm.
That's what's like to me. Because trust me, all you gotta do is just do this. And the horse gonna lead you.
The horse ain't gonna kill no damn body.
They don't kill nobody. So what's the harm in 2 Amish cats getting drunk off Michelob Ultra in the street?
I know the horse was in the front like, man, what in the hell is going on? You can't pull the rings one time. That's why he stopped. He was like, man,
right.
Y'all ain't got me no oats, Wilbur.
Special air shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please get a motherfucker some beer.
But I tell you what's funny, like these cats had enough wherewithal to hit the fence.
Exactly.
Right.
Like I always like, y'all
dipping out.
And think about like, let's say there was an eyewitness.
Correct.
Well, shit, if you put those 2 men amongst 30 other men with long ass beards, you ain't gonna be able to tell who's who.
Exactly. Unless they were young, I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
Listen, the most interesting thing about the Amish is the rum springer. Okay, where they get that what is it, the whole month or the year or something like that.
To just wild bug out.
Go out and bug out and see if they really want to live their lifestyle.
Did you ever see Kingpin?
Yes, okay.
Wait, Woody Harrelson? That shit was dope. That nigga was wild.
No, have you seen Kingpin?
For those that ain't seen Kingpin,
Louisa.
Who is this person right here?
Speaking of Amish, for those that ain't seen Kingpin, starred Woody Harrelson and what's
I forgot the other guy's name.
Yeah, Randy Quaid played the Amish cat, and this nigga wild out.
Yeah, he chopped his hand
off.
Yo, he was drinking.
I have seen some of that.
Yeah, that's your homework. You gotta watch it.
The Weezy needs a little bit of culture,
but I thought this was a hella funny story.
This is hilarious, bro. And I'm just trying to figure out, young, when he said, and this is the craziest fact, boy, that I've never known about horses, that they always find their way home, even with the horse and buggy. So they basically put that by him on autopilot.
It's trained.
Tesla. This is the first Tesla.
That's what I'm saying. Whooping the horn and being a little lit. You ain't driving. You ain't steering.
But okay, so this is my thing.
Now I get it. Public intoxication.
The subwoofers.
They probably put a battery in there. Probably put a battery.
Just a single battery.
Probably like a car battery.
Yeah.
Car battery.
Did you see the package they had, bro?
They probably put a battery in
A
there.
single battery is not going to power a system.
Well, who knows? They didn't show the whole thing.
Maybe they had 2 batteries. I don't know. Or a generator. They had a generator.
They're smart.
Maybe no one probably like a little smaller. You know, the generators vary in sizes, so probably like a small generator.
So they got generators on the back of them mofos?
I don't know.
Oh, these niggas is low key George Jetson.
That's them
I'm telling you.
That's
Yo, don't let them Amish fool you. The shit gets real shady.
Them youngins.
No, they will build you a house in 30 days. That's better than most of the houses built right here in Georgia Avenue.
Man, I've heard stories about them building houses and it's been too airtight to where the oxygen levels drop. You can't breathe in that motherfucker.
Right.
Like they build safes. You dig.
Right.
Now, the only thing about this, and the reason why I don't understand why the policeman pursued them,
even messing with them, right?
is even thinking about it, because I've never heard of an Amish busting their guns. Like I can see if they was out there, you know what I'm saying? But y'all, some buck shots or some bird shots, some random shit.
Again, that's what I'm saying. Like if they bust their guns, you done fucked up.
Oh, but they was definitely lit.
Look, you don't fuck.
If Amish is
busting at you don't fucked up.
On the dirt road,
they would kill you.
On the dirt
they
road,
would bury you on their land. You ain't gonna find that body.
Kill me now, because I'm gonna be right with them partying, bro. We both been in that motherfucker. I would just accept the child. I'd be like, what the fuck you gonna say? Black man
give me a
Amish?
ticket. Give you a ticket. They just want to give him a ticket. They just want to give him a
ticket. So I think they should have let him go.
They should have, but they just want. They gotta make an example out of him.
So if y'all had a choice, would y'all be Amish?
Nope.
No. Live off the grid? You don't want to be a homeless person that knows how to build houses?
There's other ways to live off the grid than being Amish.
I don't know. There's no such thing as living off the grid and not be Amish homeless.
You could be a beach bum. like, do you know like cats? No, like cats will sell all their earthly goods, move to Hawaii just to be beach bums.
Yeah, and get sand fleas.
Okay,
that fun stuff.
Red.
Yes.
Fantasia.
Hey.
Recently has said some comments that's.
I love Fantasia.
You know what I'm saying? So what has she said that got women?
Okay, well, Fantasia was on the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about a lot of things, but she brought up women being submissive.
You mean sexual wise or just what? Like that?
Being submissive to their husbands or being submissive to their man, right. and a lot of people that she's saying that. Well, she said on the show, she didn't mean it in a bad way, that the reason why a lot of women don't have men is because they're not submissive.
No. That's what you just said. That's why your ass ain't got no man.
Well,
that's what she said.
Well, that's what she was saying. I didn't want to put it out there like that. But yeah, that's what she said. And then her and her husband actually did a video to come up behind that to explain it. But did we have a clip of her talking?
No, we did not.
No, we did not.
No, because that particular video was sliced by somebody else.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so,
yeah.
Being that you're the lone woman on the panel, how do you feel about another woman telling you to be submissive to your man? I
don't have a problem with it because I'm submissive anyway. Submission is not.
That's that red dude. That's that red shoe diary shit you right there. You talking about? That's that softcore porn shit you talking about. How are you relationship wise?
I'm a submissive woman, and you are submissive because you trust the person you're with. Yeah.
See, this is where ignorance comes in because nobody asked you, little woman.
Look, hold up. We're not doing
There's no such thing as equally yoked.
Listen, the reason why people get submission confused, people think that you being submissive to somebody walking over you. No, that is not what submission is. Submission is willingly trusting the person you're with you. So submission is both ways. It's not just a woman allowing a guy to walk all over or a man allowing a woman to walk all over. No, submission is trust.
Well, he actually hears some things that she said. She said most women are trying to be the leader. That's why your ass can't find a man.
Yeah, but see, and it's nothing wrong with being independent, but you have to understand that if you're with a man and men have a place. I don't care what you do. I don't care how independent you are. A man has a place regardless. A woman has a place regardless. In a relationship, you both can be making all the money, but there's not a ladder, but there's a place where each person is supposed to be.
She also goes on to say you can't be the king of the house. Fall back and be the queen.
You're a woman.
And let your man lead the way.
And let you know, people forget that the queen is actually more powerful, and we are supposed to protect our kings. We're not supposed to override our kings.
The whole point of this thing, which makes me crazy inside, is that there is no such thing. Women equate money. Women equate the things that you are capable of doing monetarily to power. Mm-hmm. Or they should be submissive in that aspect. That's the reason why Antonio Brown is happening. That's the reason why Bill Cosby is happening. Because they are going for the gusto out here. Women want money. Okay? This is not, equally yoked does not mean one dominates the other, one dominates the other. Equally yoked is going to always mean, okay? It's going to always mean, all right, I know your balance. I know what a woman has to offer, right? So that means that I'm going crazy inside. I want to fuck something up. It's a woman's job to talk you off that ledge, to keep you emotionally straight. Because men, we do not know how to control emotion at fucking all.
We don't either sometimes,
okay?
But
and y'all don't know how to control y'all clitorises.
Damn.
And it's our job.
I mean, that went left real quick.
Okay.
I didn't
y'all thought I was about to do that? No,
I knew you were.
Fish, bluefish.
Yeah. No, but for real.
I was just gonna go in.
No, I know. Okay. I knew it was coming somewhere. But no, like for real, that people don't understand that. And so I wish we had the video of them two talking about it, because you can tell that the love and trust is there. Submission is nothing but trust. Respect. People don't understand it. It's nothing but trust and respect for the person you're with. You can submit to your, and people have it's misconstrued. It's a misunderstanding of what submission is. Submission is not somebody trying to take control of you. Submission is basically you trusting the person you're with.
So why do you think it was mainly women that were upset?
Yeah, because
why do you think they were upset?
Because submission has always been put in the Bible. You must submit to your husband. You must submit to this, and it's always a man over top of a woman. In a relationship, it should not be a man over top of a woman or a woman over top of a man. You are equal. and you have your roles, you have your place in a relationship, in a friendship, in work or everything. You are not supposed to be walked all over.
So that motherfucking spider pop out on your ass, and you want us to get up in the middle of the night?
Well, they get the fucking spider.
That's not.
I'll kiss you later.
If I gotta wake up and you supposed to be this goddamn lion heart, you better go kill some motherfucking rats and bugs.
I kill some spiders, no big deal.
Ain't no equally yoked.
No, what I'm saying, when you say equally yoked, it's a whole different ballgame, and we ain't got time for all that. But it's not even necessarily religious, because equally yoked is spiritual. It's spiritual. Yeah. It's a soul type of thing. It's mental. It could mean it's many different levels to being equally yoked, but it's all about respect, and it's all about trusting the person. If you cannot trust the person you're with, you will not submit to them.
There's been some interesting things that they were saying on Twitter about her, and one of the statements was Fantasia is talking sense, but handling 100% for men to be the head is the struggle. What is so scary about men nowadays being able to lead a woman? Do women, as y'all talk, you know what I'm saying, amongst yourselves? I'm not the fly on the wall. So when y'all talk amongst each other, what is the scary part about men nowadays being considered to be the head or a leader? Not necessarily head of you, but the leader.
Because a lot of men nowadays cannot lead. And it's a lot of times it's because they're not taught, they're not shown. So they can't lead. And we've always, for a long time, the women have always had to be in that position. And I swear, I've had to do that for years. I'm not a man, and I don't want to be a man. I want to be me. I want to be a woman. I want to have my place. That's exhausting. Y'all can have that shit. Okay. I don't. I want to be a woman. I want to do what I got. And not saying that it's as far as, because there's nothing wrong with being the head of your house. But if I got a man in my house, I don't want to do his job. I want to do my job.
Okay, so let's go through the ABCs really quickly. Okay, really quickly. We're about to take a break. Yeah. But before we go, give me 5 examples of a man being the head of a household for people out here in layman's terms that don't understand what you're saying right now, because you're speaking in code right now.
Okay, not financial, because that's women and anybody can do that.
Gotcha.
A man being able to, how can I explain that? How can I explain? Because I can say I know.
Get 5, just give ones that you yourself personally will subscribe to.
A man being able to come in, just being in the house and his presence is there. He can gain control of his house. He can come in and he knows his woman, and that goes for the women too. You know your man. Okay. He's a problem solver. That's a big thing, being a problem solver, and having goals and having missions,
ambition.
Being able to lead me. You should be able to lead me without me having to, not necessarily me not having, because I'm going to follow you. Women really want to follow their man, for real. So you have to have that mindset, and you have to want to lead. Not to tell me what to do, but you're gonna tell me what to do anyway. But don't tell me what to do.
Yeah,
that's our attitude. But you have to be able to lead. You have to be able to guide. You have to be trustworthy. Be open.
Most women don't like openness.
Well, but that's because they're not open within themselves. If you are not able to open, if you're not open, that's another thing with submission. You have to be willing to give of your full self in a relationship in order to submit to a person. Or be submissive in a relationship, you have to be willing to open yourself. If you can't open yourself in a relationship and you can't be free with that person, you're not with the right person.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, because I try to be a leader in my household, but I specifically taught a certain motherfucker how to cook beans.
Oh, my gosh.
And on that note, we'll take a quick break.
All night. No, we ain't going to goddamn break. And PJ, no, hold the hell up.
And don't be starting shit. Damn it.
I got the shit.
We go to break. We come in a few minutes.
check both things.
That's
out,
right.
Man. Like
Really?
we went, she went on a rant for like 5 minutes.
No, like
it's
please
fucking amazing.
don't do it.
Right.
But listen, before we get started, if you look behind us, man, we do have 2 t-shirts holding up, polos, as I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking for premium golf attire, make sure you check out golfgarydowdy, okay, .com. And you can always email him at golfgarydowdy.com
Mm-hmm.
and his cell phone number that you can reach him at for this premium wear, because he does clothing for the kiddies too. Okay, it's very luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I love how my nipples feel in it. Okay, I'm not gonna bam out on you, but you know, pause.
Last week was very
but
interesting.
it feels very silky, and you know, I feel like Prince in the 80s. You hear me? So you need to call him at 240-847-4007. All right, so you can get your Prince on, man, and feel
without
great
the
inside.
heels. Without the heels.
Hey, look. His clothing feels like my man's hair right here. You know, when he got that silky dirt, look how he just smooth it down there. He got the waves and shit. He just be transitioning. That boy is worse than. And this is not to say of your sexuality, but your head.
Like, yo, what the fuck?
It's silky one day, coarse the next. I don't know what the fuck he do different.
Keep my comments to myself.
I don't know what the fuck you be eating, but his diet must be amazing because he does whatever the fuck.
That hair is silky
smooth.
smooth.
Some days he's Ethiopian, some days he's not. Okay, all right, on to the next, bro.
You know,
we're listening.
So, Tekashi 6ix9ine is the Snitcher Hall of Fame first ballot inductee. The niggas out here telling everybody and their mamas.
Baby's
Bruh.
mamas.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, during his snitchathon last week, you know, he called Jim Jones a washed up rapper. So that he was allegedly part of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods.
Okay.
And said that Cardi B is a member of the Bloods as well.
Right.
Now, if y'all remember what happened with Shaq and Kobe, when during that little incident, when they was talking to Kobe, you know, outside of the hotel in Colorado, he just, you know, brought up Shaq's name just because. We even asked about Shaq.
Right.
That's
right.
That boy need to go somewhere and sit down.
So
I remember that.
Well, so that's kind of something with this situation too. You know, they did ask about other members, you know, supposedly, as he threw them names in there. So in addition to him sitting on his crew with his ex-manager getting 15 years, now he implicated Jim Jones, who, by the way, actually got on a phone call with somebody. They need to violate that name.
Yeah.
Now,
right,
let's be honest.
So this is a whole snowball kind of thing right here.
Now, this is not to take up for Tekashi 6ix9ine, but he did not say nothing that they didn't already know. Now, remember, they were on. They have audio of Jim Jones putting out.
I mean, but Cardi B already been claiming blood for at least for a year anyway.
We're not worried about Cardi B. We know Cardi B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Jim Jones, low key, never, ever. You know what I'm saying? Gave up the true. He threw up a couple symbols there.
I mean, one thing about all them cats from Harlem, where's the Dipset and the offshoots? Yeah. You know, some of the ones you don't see on TV, they're the ones that, you know, something behind the camera. So, you know, for you to implicate Jim Jones, who looks off, by the way, like he'll do some shit like he ain't got nothing to lose.
He don't look right. He ain't right.
He look like an angry baby now.
He look like something that got nothing to lose.
God damn it.
If you got nothing to lose, you would throw away millions of dollars just to prove a point. And Jim looked like they kind of do.
Didn't they say something going on with him? Didn't he lose his house or something recently?
Oh, and his house was just he lost it to a foreclosure, and his house was sold.
Look at his face, though. Why you going?
And the house was sold for $100.
Oh, I thought, yeah, that's it.
Say what?
It was sold.
So the house was foreclosed, but then was sold for $100.
Hey, Slim, that gotta be the privilege buying that house. Because who in the hell? They was like, man, we got to get the nigger off this house.
No, man, but
I'm tired of this nigger smell on this house. You got to give it to me for $100.
Think about this, right? Other than what, Love and Hip Hop in New York, I guess, whatever show he's on. Yeah. The man ain't sold albums for like 20 years, so ain't like he got a steady stream of income coming in.
Very true. Very true. Well, he's just been doing that show, right? The Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, I mean, but how much money are you really making off of that?
Yeah, but
don't make a lot.
He should have been doing something else.
I mean, if anything, with him having some name recognition, he might have made $200,000. But if it's two of y'all live in a mansion, what's $200,000?
Very true. Very true.
Well, we see it's worth $100.
That's what happens when you live that weird ass lifestyle. You be lying. You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, that's that which ties into Tekashi. Back when he was still Daniel, before he became a rapper, he knew then what would happen if for some strange reason he got pinched doing some gangster shit. He knew then he was snitch. When he was 12, he knew he was snitch.
Now, exactly. All the pictures say snitch, right?
Right. He knew when he was 2 years old that he was snitch.
But you know what? Because I've heard everybody else go in depth on this, right? Because you are the hip hop aficionado on this show, right? Now, how do you feel about this? I felt like he was a snitch the whole time. And he infiltrated. How do you get a Mexican amongst a bunch of black people?
No, that's not uncommon. That's not uncommon. Like Cypress Hill, Be Real, who's half black. I mean, well, might as well be half black, half Cuban, half Mexican.
Gotcha.
They're bloods. Sin Dog, who is black, Cuban, they're blood. So particularly in LA, you do have some mixed gangs. You have your all, Latino gangs, but so it's not that uncommon. My thing with him, right, bro, you just popped up a year ago. You just started claiming blood,
and that wasn't suspicious to nobody. That he just made it to the top, like the top viewership, the top album of the year. Like, how do you? I
might
be a couple months.
I might be wrong.
These are shields.
It was really fast. It was really fast. Yeah, he just came out of nowhere.
And if you look at what makes his story different from Soulja Boy and Chris Brown, who are claiming Fruittown Parus out of California, they're paying. Which was actually making Fruittown look suspect. Like, you letting these R&B cats pay you to claim your set.
Well, we know extortion runs rampant amongst.
And that's what it is, because with Tekashi's, his role was to bring in legitimate money.
No, his role was to bring them down. Whole time he infiltrated.
I mean,
and they didn't even understand the complications of not knowing this dude's background.
Yeah, like I said, but within 9 Trey, your duty, before they know you snitch, your duty is to bring us money. Now, I've never known of any gang set that has so many famous members in it.
That's New York for you. New York is just like that.
Now,
between New York and the West Coast, man, you get a lot of famous gang members on both coasts.
No, but saying like with LA, what's different is that shit's going on 6 generations right now. New York hasn't been gangbanging for a whole generation. Generations, what, 20 years?
Yeah.
So they probably started banging with like 98. So it might just be, so it's a whole different thing. So yeah, you might have famous people claiming, sets in New York, but that wasn't way of life.
So basically what happened was that he played them. He's been an informant. They actually bred him for this. Who the fuck gets 6'9" everywhere on their body like they a goddamn like a Louis belt?
Have y'all seen the meme?
Nobody does that. None of his tattoos mean any damn thing.
He's just walking skittle.
It's a bunch of 6'9s with a goddamn what's my man name from the Saw joint? The little clown dude.
Oh yeah.
That's all he had.
Jigsaw.
He's a walking skittle.
It makes no sense. His whole aspect.
Youngsters, if you out there watching, leave that street shit alone. You ain't down for it. It's like I say, leave gang banging alone. If you don't want to be able to specifics wear a color, don't do that shit, or you'll be snitching.
I don't really think it's that deep. I really don't think it's that deep, because anybody else would have been knocked off by now.
Now you know who else has been?
He's protected.
He's protected. You know who else has been acting a damn fool and stupid? Antonio Brown. The nigga, let me tell you how to throw away $30 million in 12 days.
Antonio.
I hate the Oakland Raiders. Those that know me, I hate the Oakland Raiders. I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't really care about San Diego Chargers. The Raiders particularly, I feel for them. The nigga was going to act a fool over a helmet when he knew he wouldn't be there. So he lost that money, got cut. Went to New England, the preeminent team in the league. They cut you. If New England cut you, then your career's gone.
Oh yeah, that's done.
So that's how you fuck up $30 million in 2 weeks.
That is crazy.
And then he started snitching and started talking about Ben Roethlisberger privilege. Talking about.
That's public knowledge, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's public knowledge, but you don't mention that in the Good Old Boy Network.
But what he should not have done is you're right. You know what? I agree wholeheartedly. You can't do what they do.
Yeah.
Hell no, you cannot.
You are on a short leash.
So yeah, you went to a team whose owner is going through that little sex thing too, but he's a billionaire.
Right.
Man, between Epstein and these Negroes coming out snitching, I'm telling you, Tekashi and Antonio Brown know something. You hear me? I know they know what Area 51, what they got down there.
And what happened with that?
Only like 1,500 people showed up.
That didn't no damn happen.
Only 1,500 people. Only 1,500 people showed up.
Okay.
You're either gonna get shot in the face or raped by an alien, and you don't want to wake up from that. Okay, something crazy gonna happen. You gonna have a lot of green glue in you.
Oh my god!
Shit,
Better mind your fucking business.
Either they'll get a napalm shower because they will bomb you.
Goddamn. Right. All these damn snitches, man. Mind your business, man. Hey, look, you made it to the most infamous team to rehabilitate criminals, and you still
at the damn fool. So I tell you what's funny before we get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
So how many times have people wanted to get high while catching a flight? Sure, are you having the edibles on your presence?
What drug you talking? It's like, no,
well, however you want to get high.
Whatever you so choose.
You know what I'm saying? Short of having some edibles on you, how time you wish you could just light up?
You can't ask me that question.
That means every day. Well, that was the case. That was the case when a flight from Arizona to Minnesota was diverted to Colorado. Which I think is kind of ironic because it's legal in marijuana.
Correct.
Because before this particular flight was taken off, someone got up and lit a joint.
And we do have film on that.
we got that video.
Let's go ahead and roll that.
An American Airlines jet made an unscheduled landing on Friday after a passenger lit up a joint and got super aggressive.
Yeah, Prince. So what happened was when the flight was diverted to Colorado,
Minneapolis,
cops came and arrested him. He actually has health issues.
Said they had to make an emergency landing in Denver
because he wasn't a threat. Let him go. But so you can't smoke.
The passengers were a little freaked out trying to figure out.
All right, we back.
Let's come on back.
Yeah, we back.
If you look closely at this film, you know he talks like Willie Nelson or some shit. Like, come on, man. What are you doing, man?
Like he was about to.
Cause you know what?
Bro, why are you hurting me, man?
Yeah, hey, look, cause me.
Holy shit.
Cause I tell you, I would love to be able to fire up a plane. Me, I got to get as high as I can before I get to the Uber to get to the airport.
Now we grew up in the 80s, and when I used to take plane flights in the 80s, bro, yeah, they used to smoke cigarettes, major cigarettes on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever take a plane ride in the 80s? It was full of cigarette smoke, bro.
I mean, because that's before it was banned. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, look, I'm tired of getting high before I get on a plane. Let me get high while I'm on the plane. Bro, how about that?
Only thing I want to know,
420 PJ. Let's talk, man. 420 friendly flights. There you go.
See why he can't do drugs like meth, ecstasy, things like that take a little bit to take hold of you. You can shoot that in your toenail or whatever underneath you. Find the vein while you drive. While you riding on the plane, bro. Yeah, that's some real shit. At least the marshal got a job to do. Them niggas don't do nothing but sit in the back and just be like, oh, I see a nigger here, an Arab there. Kill them all.
Well, damn, man, this hour has flown by, yo.
I just don't know. I just really don't know.
This hour has gone by. We're taking the time out to watch us, listen to us if you're on Facebook. Next thing, like I said, we'll be moving to Wednesdays, 9 p.m. You know, hopefully our first show will be next Wednesday if we can again, sit down and chop up with Jeremy. But you can catch us here. Until then, you can reach me, Breezy Taylor, Breazy Taylor, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Red, where can I find you at?
Louisa Harrell on Facebook and Lovely Beautiful Mind 30 on Instagram and Twitter. Stay on my goddamn messages, okay?
It does not go down her DMs.
It does not.
And you can catch me at Red Nose. Catch me at McDowell Ferguson on Facebook, Red Nose 1999 on IG, and Red Nose 199 on Twitter. And the Red Nose stands for the Pitbull, not the clown. And you need to stop teasing.
I don't tease people.
Louisa.
I don't. But look at this.
Louisa the teaser.
Man, Truth in the house. All right, make sure y'all check for me. I'm going to try to be more consistent, y'all, every Monday. But I need you guys to have more inquiries and give me some more information, man. What do women think? What do they want to know from men? All right?
I don't want no shit.
We out of here.
We out.